to welcome you to a Boldcasters Christmas special. My name is Clay.
My name's Jay.
Happy Festivus, I'm Justin.
Happy
CJ.
Festivus. I'm pumped. That's what I
Let's
celebrated.
pull up and air out your grievances.
Yep. I was telling CJ about it just the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounded like a good time.
Yeah, told him they should do that at Brewers. I could see that going really well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, this is going to be a Boldcasters Christmas special, so not our usual banter about what's going on locally, national, tech, or any of that jazz. We're just going to talk about our Christmas memories. Who wants to go first?
Are we talking about favorite Christmas moment? Or are we talking about, like, best present?
Well, I would say let's go with one memory, one present, 2 presents, and your favorite movie.
Best present, well, let's start with best moment. Not best moment. One of my favorite moments was the first time I went to go meet Santa Claus, but I didn't do it at the mall. I did it the most Duval way possible. It was this guy with like a thick Southern accent, and it was in the parking lot at the Kmart.
Well, that's definitely a very Duval.
Yeah, and I was too scared to sit in his lap, but like he promised he was going to get me a big bird, so we ended up being okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pretty reassuring.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a pretty good memory.
CJ, do you have a good memory?
It's gotta be the 7-hour road trips to Alabama all the time.
Well, that sounds
Definitely.
like a blast.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I agree with that. 10-hour long road trip. That's a doozy. I don't even like going down to 3.5 hours to Tampa or 3 hours and change.
Did you at least get snow?
No snow. When you
Ugh.
repeat the same process two other times that year, it doesn't seem like 7 hours.
I guess you get to spend time in the family.
Yeah.
In the car. Good job.
I like going home.
Did you have a Game Boy or a
I
Game
won't stay
Gear?
there. I definitely had a Game Boy. Definitely had it.
Makes sense
Illegal
now.
music downloaded. Yeah.
I was a privileged boy, so I had a Game Gear.
Rough.
So
No, I had a Game Boy. Definitely played my Pokemon the right way, not this cell phone way.
I had no interest in handhelds.
What?
Nope.
No PSP?
Nope. Well, I did get a PSP later, but you gotta remember when
I'm
I
pretty
was
sure
growing
he's a
up.
lot younger than
Yeah,
us.
he is. I was about to say, you gotta remember, CJ's a little younger than the rest of us.
Game Gear was cutting edge when I was
Yes.
a kid. That was the color one.
I did acquire a Game Gear, but didn't pay for it. No one did.
Well, my first
Dad
Game
worked
Boy,
at the airport, and it was in the Lost and Found.
My first Game Boy was in black and white, so I'm not saying anything for my seniority. Just throwing it out there.
That's pretty cool.
He goes kind of far back.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
But yeah, Sonic on a Game Gear, that'll get you through a trip.
Yeah, no, I think that's the only game I had with it was Sonic, and there was some other one, I don't know.
I had this garbage baseball game, and I played it until the battery died.
That's the one thing about the Game Gear, the battery died often.
Yeah, well.
But then, I forget who it was, but someone, we acquired a little TV piece that went inside of it, and then you could watch over-the-air TV.
Oh, wow.
So
Ooh,
I probably watched TV on it more than I did play games. But that battery. Whew. My favorite memory, my cousins and I waking up to snow down at my aunt's house back in '89, decorating the sewing machine at the front of the house with my mom for every holiday. If anything, it's probably more than an actual. I'd probably say like decorating the house with my dad. Because we lived in a 2-story house, and we'd always start decorating right after Thanksgiving. Because it's a lot of house to decorate. And we put up a nativity scene.
So are you talking like outside, inside?
Oh, outside and inside.
Okay.
Usually my mom and a couple other family members would do the inside. And even at a young age, my dad did a lot of work on the outside. Because you had to put up, he would have a few friends come over, they would put up the entire nativity scene, everything inside of it. Very detailed.
So were y'all like part of a group, or were you like the only house on the block that?
We had a few other people in the house, but we were definitely the headliner for the whole entire night.
'Cause, I mean, it can get, like, it depends on where you're at in Riverside.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's a little more involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these were the 90s. We were pretty much one of the few.
At this point, there's spots in town where you can go, and there's, like, Christmas light shows synced up to music.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was reading about, like, one in somewhere on the south side. you turn your radio station to a certain FM channel, and like music, it's synced up to the radio station that pops up on it.
That's pretty cool.
That is a lot. That is involved.
That's impressive.
You got Christmas stories from Mexico, Jason?
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that. One of my fondest memories was going down to Mexico with my grandfather and my grandmother during the Christmas holidays, and it was just eye-opening to see how not a third world country, but not a country like the U.S. celebrates Christmas.
Like a 3.5. It's on its way up.
It's crazy because I don't know if you guys have been out of the country, and anyone of you guys, and not just on a cruise, it messes with your head because you think that close they're so close to the U.S. You think they're got to be pretty similar. I mean, there are cities that are similar to the U.S., but in no way, shape, or form. So it gave me even at age of 15, 16 years old, it just made me think, wow, I'm privileged to be able to give gifts, get gifts given to me, and things of that nature.
Yeah. Give you a different perspective on things.
Yeah, definitely give you a perspective.
They do fireworks on Christmas? I was told they do fireworks for every holiday.
That's awesome.
I don't really remember, but then again, we were inside because it's kind of a rough area.
Yeah, well,
Could
have been fireworks, could have been something else.
Could be that rusty pussy.
I mean, all in all, it's just being around family.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the biggest things I enjoyed about the Christmases. Along with the decorating, we always had big family get-togethers. Like a number of members would come over on Christmas Eve. My mother even called it open house. Basically, anyone we knew, anyone even I knew, they knew, would come on over. There's food laid out. Come on in, have fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously about 11-ish, it would start winding down. Kids would start going to bed, all that good jazz. And next morning, everyone would get up for Santa, all that good stuff. We had a blast. And the morning of Christmas with my cousins, my grandpa, and a number of different family members, my uncles, my aunts. So it was more of a family thing.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was over in Korea, I realized it's all about family here, and I guess in some places it's kind of like a date holiday. So that's what it was in Korea. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. They go to movies and
That's nice though.
try to hook up.
Well, I mean, it's different.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Happy
That's
birthday, we're
pro-life.
shag on your birthday.
It's pro-life, procreation.
Yeah.
That's of the Lord. By the way, that was some of my better Christmases were over there because anytime we did something for a meal, we'd have to do it from scratch over there because,
Oh yeah.
for example, they don't have eggnog. That didn't come over.
No eggnog?
Yeah, that didn't
Make the transition.
Yeah, they have
That's
Home
depressing.
Alone, and that's about it. They really love Home Alone.
I don't think I've ever had drinking eggnog.
Never in your
What?
life?
Never tried it.
You've never drank eggnog?
Oh,
Well, this eggnog that he's got is a little too creamy for my taste, so
it's pretty heavy.
Oh, don't worry, we'll fix you.
Well, we got you. We got you.
And we'll make sure to have CJ's first taste of eggnog on Periscope. So be on the Boldcasters Twitter and Periscope.
So, do you do eggnog with rum, or do you do eggnog with bourbon?
I do both.
Like at the same time, simultaneously?
No. I mean, sometimes, but it won't be the first.
Do you do eggnog with brandy?
No, I've never tried it with brandy.
That's the original. That's like the British way to do it, but that's too
That's
fancy
classy.
for me. Yeah,
That's a little classy for
it's
me.
too classy for me.
Way too classy. I'm not that kind of classy.
I do bourbon.
Yeah, I stick it with bourbon usually, but rum is not a bad option.
Or Jack Daniels. It's good with that Jack Daniels.
Gets me fired
gets
up
me
right
a
now.
little warm. Gets me a little warm talking about Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Gets me really in the seasonal mood. All right, so best gifts, favorite seasonal gifts that you've received and given, or given, however you want to do it.
Oh, received? I gave somebody a katana with a dragon on it once. That was the best gift just because of his reaction. He was stoked.
Yes, that's
He
amazing.
was super stoked. It was the perfect gift.
I was really excited when scooters came out for some reason. Because I wasn't really good at a skateboard. So when scooters came out, I had to handle it too. So
No,
There you
skateboard
go.
never worked for me.
Yeah, I was never a fan
I had
of
a
those.
Dragon Ball Z skateboard. It never worked out for me. scooters were cool though when they came out. I think that was good. You know, Beyblades. I'm younger than you guys. Beyblades were dope. There's just little spinning tops. You go kill somebody else.
I know of Beyblades.
Yeah,
Not that old.
That was
I'm not that old, kid.
We had this thing before that called Pokemon. So
I play Pokemon though. Yeah.
See,
yeah, well, I
more
watched
on
Pokemon.
I'm on the cusp of them because I never played Pokemon. So.
Well, I played Pokemon, the card game. Yeah. But I also played the
I played Pogs.
Nintendo game too.
Oh, I had a lot of Pogs.
Dude, I had an awesome slammer that I acquired.
In like a battle?
Yes.
Like,
It was
pay up,
fantastic.
chump.
Come on, give it up. Sorry, you lost. That's mine now.
Dang, son.
Pretty much. I was owning in Lakeshore Middle. Moving on now. What you got, Jason?
I was thinking back. I have kind of two. One is kind of recent, and one is when I was like 7 years old. I got my first weapon, like a legit gun, and I remember my dad handing it to me, and I'm like, "What do I do with this?"
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Perfect question.
That's a worrisome question.
You hold the business end away from you.
And
Step one.
and my mom coming up to me and it's like, "If you don't want it, we'll take it back." And I was like, "Do I want it?" and I do feel like it was a little early for a weapon.
Christmas stories in the background.
But yeah, but I was probably about the age of the guy in the Christmas story, so I mean it makes sense.
You shoot your eye out in a real serious way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a real life,
Pellet gun.
in a real life serious way.
We're 2 presents in. We're 2 weapons in.
Yeah. So common theme here: weapons are good presents.
If you got boys, my son's getting a Nerf gun to go with the Nerf guns that I got for my birthday. So, because he's jealous.
And then just like 3 or 4 years ago, I don't even know how my parents found out that I was looking for a new fishing rod and reel. I don't know. I might have been talking about it just a whole hell of a lot. So, unbeknownst to me, I go down to visit my grandmother. I'm thinking like, I'm gonna get some shoes, get the usual stuff that grown-ups get. And in walks my dad and hands me this thing fishing pole, and I'm like, "What is this?" I'm just like ecstatic. I think I was just like from ear to ear, smiling, grinning. It was an expensive, very expensive fishing rod and reel that I would have probably not bought myself. So that's a plus. That's a plus.
There you go.
Yeah, the things you want to get for Christmas change over time. Like I was pretty stoked about getting it is like a $60 smoker, but I got a smoker a couple years ago, and I was real stoked.
Yeah, I'm telling
It's the
you.
little things. When you become an adult,
Yeah,
they minimize, but they become really special.
Yeah, they're a lot more pricier. I've noticed.
Yes. Oh yeah. Adult toys are a lot more. Well, sometimes, but mostly a lot more pricier.
I try to picture me, current Justin, trying to explain to 5-year-old Justin why we're excited about a smoker. Like, no, we get to go sit out next to it for like 8 hours and watch the fire
And drink beers.
and drink beer. And like,
perfect.
no, you don't get it?
Come on, you'll understand eventually. Grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely put a new windshield for my car on my Christmas list. So.
Yeah, because
That's a good.
because life, because life, adult.
That's an adult Christmas.
That was like one of the first things I was like, "Well,
Since
think
you
about more
asked,
what you think you need than what you really want."
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Like I remember last year, I know I'm kind of going overboard on Christmas gifts. I remember last year, I was like, I really needed a new pair of work shoes, and since I stand up for 9-10 hours a day, I was like, I'll wear shoes, Mom. And then, and lo and behold, under the Christmas tree are a box of work shoes for me that I would have never paid that much for.
Oh, hell no, dude. Those are some next level work shoes.
But they're comfortable as hell.
There you go. That's what matters.
So I mean, yeah,
Those are the kind of shoes you're getting instead of getting those Air Pennies like you wanted when you were a kid.
yeah, you
Air
got,
pennies.
Or
yeah.
those sweet Scottie Pippen shoes that just said "Air" all over,
All
like,
across it.
Yeah,
Oh,
giant
those take me
words.
back.
Those were really sweet.
I think I had something. Maybe it was those. I want to say I did. Or maybe it was the Pippins.
You can still get them. Yeah, they're not.
That were
officially
red and black.
Pippins,
They're
but
not-
they were
They're
his
red,
shoe.
black, and white.
Oh man, 90s were a great time and a terrible time for
See, I
basketball.
was big into AIs.
Allen Iversons were classy. That's when
were.
shoes started to change.
That's when they started modifying. Make things a
definitely-
lot more
You
sleek.
go back a
And
couple
definitely had
years.
a pair of Michael Vicks.
Look at the extreme
Michael
shoes.
Vicks. I didn't even know
Had
Michael
those
Vick.
shoes back in the day.
I didn't even
yeah.
know Michael Vick made shoes.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
even
Vic was
Ken Griffey Jr. had
big.
shoes. He
Yes,
was
Ken
playing
Griffey.
baseball.
I had a pair of Ken Griffey's.
Well,
too.
Their Griffeys look good. They're in teal.
That's
yeah.
why.
They're re-releasing those too.
But
Just like the Patrick Ewing's.
I was told they would look like basketball shoes, essentially.
They did look like basketball shoes.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
why they're cool.
That's why they're so popular.
Everything
Because
was
everyone wanted to
basketball.
have basketball shoes.
Oh,
God,
dude, the Sean Kemps were sweet back then.
Oh man, that counts.
The Shaq shoes before he signed that Payless deal.
Yeah.
That was
Because he's
I
trying
didn't
to
even know what to
he's
say
trying to be the
about that
shoe
one.
for the people.
Yeah. No, he had Reeboks and they were pumps.
yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the
I
Bill
remember I had a
Shaq
pair of
ball.
those.
They were cool.
Those were so cool. I don't know. I don't even know if the pump actually worked in one of mine, but I know for sure the other because it got a little fatter.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it did, but whatever.
I remember. A buddy of mine got an LA Gears. Those were-
Oh yeah, LA Gears. I remember
Those
those.
were fire.
Yeah, with the little
They were a
lights in
lot
the
more
back.
affordable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're a lot more affordable.
And then when they finally wore out, we tore the heel out. And
Yep,
pulled
yep.
the lights out.
Yep,
Clip
yep.
on the lights.
Yep, we did that
It was
too.
pretty cool.
yeah, really cool glow sticks that smell like feet.
Well, they weren't. I mean, they were separate. You didn't have any smell on them.
Sure.
But my favorite Christmas item I probably got was somewhere between the Ninja Turtles, along with the little vehicle they were
You get
in,
the vehicle?
I got the vehicle.
That was good.
That's a solid one.
and the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Now the odd part is, I got the Super Nintendo as a replacement for the original Nintendo that was taken out with a number of other things in the house because of lightning. I did not know I was getting this, obviously.
Yeah.
But I had a precursor because while I was unwrapping my presents, I unwrapped Turtles in Time,
Oh.
which was
That's
a Super
a
Nintendo
dead giveaway.
which was a Super Nintendo cartridge, and I'm like,
Yeah.
uh,
Bad
I knew.
movie, pretty decent video game.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
terrible,
Turtles 3.
Yes.
Not a great movie.
but definitely great. Other great present, like I mentioned earlier today, was probably my teal, silver, and gold starter jacket that we got in December right after the Jags, after we got awarded the Jags in '93. Beautiful.
They were
Beautiful.
ridiculous looking back then.
They
and
were.
They were so sexy.
It was like teal, gold, and I want to say it was like silver in there too. But it had a big old Jag leaping in the back.
Yeah.
Dope jacket.
Dope as hell. I saw one today on I don't know what website it was, but it was $175. So if you got it somewhere and it's in decent condition,
Yep.
you got a moneymaker.
Well, I've still got it, and now I've got my dad's.
Yeah. It's a moneymaker, but you're never gonna sell that damn thing.
Nope.
Too priceless.
Yeah. Never
Lawsuit
saw
logo stuff especially, too priceless.
it. Logo 7.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I got a whole bunch of Logo 7 stuff. Anyone else have any good Christmas stories before we wrap this up?
Trying to think too. No, I think I pretty much hit mine. My two were like,
'Cause I don't have any good gifts anytime recently because I'm an adult. I give gifts.
yeah.
I did give a couple of good gifts to some cousins of mine. I gave a little miniature drone to my cousin Ethan. He loved that. I got my aunt a tablet.
I felt really stoked when I was living in Korea. I got my parents a TV
Yeah,
so they could keep up with the times.
Oh, that's
that's
awesome.
good.
I
Solid.
felt good with that one. When I got my first acoustic guitar, when I was like, not my first legit acoustic guitar.
Like plug-in stuff.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my first one, it was an acoustic guitar where the neck started to break off the guitar, so I kind of had like a whammy bar effect because it was like bending away from the guitar. You go, wow. So that didn't count as a real legit guitar, but I got a legit one, and I still have it to this day. That's how good it is. That was really good. That was a good one, and obviously, I got the Batcave.
Oh man, the Batcave.
That was
so
huge.
dope. I
And not
love
only
the
did they
Batcave.
give me the Batcave, they got me a whole lot of Batman action figures.
We probably got it the same year
Yeah.
because that was such the year for that stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Had the
Yeah.
car and everything, and
Yeah.
I miss those. I miss being a kid.
I miss having like 1,000 Batman action figures. They were all essentially the same.
Yes.
Slightly different colors. Like I had a Scuba Batman action figure. What in the world?
I don't know if I had the Scuba Batman.
He had, and it was like from the neck down, he was different. That's it though. Like so, it was bright yellow, like scuba suit.
That's kind of weird.
Did you ever,
And he had a
did you ever
toy.
do He-Man?
No, I didn't do He-Man.
Oh man, that was one of the first gifts I remember. Was He-Man and Thundercats.
It was Batman and X-Men for me.
He-Man.
Thundercats.
He-Man. What was so cool about him?
He-Man was sweet too.
He was like super strong. He had like a little cat guy with him, and all this other stuff.
He's a gay icon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the Thundercat better.
yeah, Thundercats were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used to grab his sword and throw it.
Thundercats.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that was way cooler.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I guess with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. We'd like to wish everyone who listens for listening to us for this half a year. Wonderful Merry Christmas from Duval.
Yeah.
Hanukkah, joyous Kwanzaa,
And Festivus. Enjoy Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Air your grievances. It's better for life. Speak bold. Live bold. Boldcastify.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.